Hey everybody, this is Savannah Day, and welcome back to the channel. I'm a certified life coach, and welcome back. So today I'm going to be talking about 10 traits of jealousy. That's 10 jealousy traits, and we're going to be coming from the First Samuel, talking about David and Saul, and so we're going to be reading that. But there's like a lot of different verses I'm going to be reading, so I would encourage you to either follow along or of course go back and read them yourself and not just take my word and what I say. And yeah, but there's like a lot of different verses that we'll be reading, and I'll make sure I put them all down in the description. So the number one trait is for jealousy is that they never thought you would win. And so for that, it's 1 Samuel 17:33. So it says, we all know the story of David and Goliath and how David went out there and won, stuff like that. So that's what we're basing this on. So 17:33, it says, "Don't be ridiculous," Saul replied. "There's no way you can fight this Philistine and possibly win. You're only a boy, and he's been a man of war since his youth." So this is David saying that he want to go out and fight Goliath, because for the Lord. And Saul's telling him, like, there's no way you can possibly win. So that's the number one, is that they never thought you would win. But you did. And then, like, another with that one is number one. It's 1 Samuel 17:46. It says, "Today the Lord will conquer you, and I will kill you and cut your head off. And then I will give your bodies of your men to the birds and the wild animals, and the whole world will know that there is a God in Israel. And everyone assembled here will know that the Lord rescued his people, but not with a sword and spear. This is the Lord's battle, and he will give you to us." So that's him saying that, whatever is going on is the Lord's battle. The Lord will conquer. We always do everything for the Lord. And when you put things in God's hands, God takes over. And a lot of battles that we're facing, it's not even us. We have to just hand them over and give them to God, because he's the only one that can fight for us and do anything. We can't do nothing. And so that's number one. And then number two is that they're watching you. So they're watching you. And then so that is 1 Samuel 17:55. And it says, "As Saul watched David go out to fight the Philistine, he asked Abner, the commander of his army, 'Abner, who is the son of this young man? Who is the son of this young man?'" So they're watching you to see if you're going to even come out of the situation, to see if you're going to make it through. That's what they're doing. And then when you do, they're concerned, like, okay, well, who is you? Who are you? How did you make it? They're going to be asking other people questions instead of asking you. So that's number two. And then so number three, it says that they're angry. And then that is 1 Samuel 18:8. It says, "This made Saul very angry. 'What is this?' he said. 'They credit David with 10,000 and me with only 1,000. Next they're making him king, their king.' So from that time on, Saul kept a jealous eye on David." So he didn't think that he was going to win, and he did. Went out there and defeated him. And the women was saying, "Oh, Saul has killed his thousands, but David killed 10,000. So Saul got jealous because of that, and he was angry. And so they're angry and mad because you conquered what, you said you would do, and they didn't think that you were going to make it. And God has his hands on you. So God is fighting your battles. And so that's the reason why you're really winning, and they can see that. Like, a lot of people can see, and they know when God got his hand on your life. So that's number three. And then number 4 is they're trying to kill you. or tear you down, like whatever, like worst things. They're trying to do bad things. And then that's from 1 Samuel 18:10. It says, the next day, a tormenting spirit from God overwhelmed Saul. He began to rave in his house like a madman. See, he was upset. But David was playing the harp, and as he did each day, but Saul had a spear in his hand, and he suddenly hurled it at David, intending to pin him to the wall, but David escaped him twice. So that is, they're going to try to hurt you. They're going to try to tear you down because they're upset, because you overcame and you did what you said what you were going to do. So then number 5 is that they're afraid of you. And this is 1 Samuel 18:14. It says, David continued to succeed in everything he did, for the Lord was with him. When Saul recognized this, he became even more afraid of him. So they don't know how to take you. Like, they're upset because God's hand is on you and you're successful in everything. You go through trials and tribulations and you coming through, but they don't know what you're dealing with on the inside. They don't know, like, how much you prayed, how much you cried. All they see is, like, the outward appearance. And what God has done, he's brought you from a mighty long way. And people can be upset about that. Like, they don't understand. Like, but people have to understand it's like, okay, the same way God did it for me, he can do it for you. So that was number 5. So number 6 is that other people love you. And that's 1 Samuel 18:16. And it says, but all of Israel and Judah loved David because he was so successful at leading his troops into battle. So this is just like saying that, people love you. And, there's people out here that's upset. They're mad because they see that other people love you. Like, and so that's another sign of jealousy. And then number 7 is, it says that they're trying to put you into battle, or they're trying to have someone else do their dirty work. And it says, that's 1 Samuel 18, verse 17. It says, one day Saul said to David, I am ready to give you my older daughter, Merab, and as your wife. But you first must prove to be a real warrior by fighting the Lord's battle. For Saul thought, I'll send him out against the Philistines and let them kill him rather than doing it myself. So that's saying they're trying to hand you over to the enemies so that they don't have to do their dirty work, or they don't have to get their hands dirty, and they can seem like their hands are clean. So that's another sign. And then number 8, I know this is a lot, you guys. Number 8 is that they see your humbleness. And that's from 1 Samuel 18:23. It says, when Saul's men said these things to David, he replied, about the marriage and him getting married to Saul's daughter. He said, how can a poor man from a humble family afford the bride price for the daughter of a king? Like, David kept his humility, like he was humble. And so people see that you're humble as well, and that makes them jealous too. And then number 9, it says, it's from people speak well of you. It's from 1 Samuel 19:4. It says, the next morning, Jonathan spoke with his father about David, saying many good things about him. The king must not sin against his servant David. Jonathan said, he has never done anything to harm you. He has always helped you in any way he could. So they're speaking good things about you and just telling other people, telling them like, well, just relax, and your enemies, calm down. What have they done? Like, they didn't do anything to you, like, or it's not that serious. Your enemies don't want to hear that. So they're speaking well of you. And that's number 9. And then number 10 is because you are not trying to hurt them. And that's from 1 Samuel 24 and 17. Samuel 24 and 17. Let me go to that one. Because you're not like, I'll be trying to hurt them. It says, 7:24. It says, when David had finished speaking, Saul came back. Is that really you, my son David? Then he began to cry. And he said to David, you are a better man than I am, for you have repaid me good for evil. So they see that you're not trying to hurt them like they're trying to hurt you. And you, as I said, you're walking in this humility, and you have a fear of God and the Lord, like, it's God and the Lord with the Lord. And so you're not trying to pay them back. David had many opportunities to kill Saul, but he didn't because of God. And you will have opportunities to get them back and say what you want to say to them and fight them and, do whatever it needs to be done. You have the opportunity, but you don't. You just let God deal with them. You hand them over to God. And so that's another sign that they can't see, like, okay, well, why is this person being so nice? Why are they being so good? Look at all of the things I'm trying to do to them. Look at how I'm trying to hurt them. Look at how I'm trying to get them fired. Look at how I'm trying to just basically throwing dirt on their name. And you just walking away. You turning the other cheek, as we're supposed to do. So you're not really, paying attention to them, and you're not trying to get them back. So that's another thing. And, so these are like 10 jealousy traits that I gave. I know it's, like I said, I know it's a lot. And, Saul kept trying to kill him and stuff like that throughout all of these verses. Like, he still was trying to hurt him. He still was trying to kill him. He was jealous of him. He didn't like him. All because David won. And, David was getting praised for winning, and Saul didn't like that. And he didn't like the fact that, God's hand was on him. And like I said, a lot of people can see that God's hand is on your life, and they don't like it. They wondering, like, well, why they always coming through? Like, it don't seem like it's nothing. But to you, they don't know what you're dealing with. And they don't know, like, how many times you praying to God. You got praying for protection. You praying for peace. You have to pray, and everything. All of this is the Lord's battle. Everything we do is for God. And God is going to deliver us, and God is going to take care of us. And just, hand your battles over to the Lord, and He will fight for you. So that's what we have for the jealousy. And I'm, of course, going to put all of the scriptures in the description because it was a lot. And I would encourage you to just read 1 Samuel. Just read it. It's really, really good. Just, read it for yourself. And I just skimmed over like the verses because I couldn't read it all on here. This would have been like a longer audio. So I wanted to share these traits with you guys. These 10 jealousy traits. And you guys have a blessed day. God bless you. And remember to read and study for yourself and go back over them. Have a nice day.